Tonight we're going to be looking at Twins of Evil, which is the third of the Karnstein trilogy.
Karnstein,
Karnstein trilogy. And it stars Peter Cushing.
The
the
great Peter
Cullerton
Cushing.
twin.
And the thing is, I really like the film because I think there's levels to it that usual vampire films don't have. Peter Cushing stars. He
But that's
begins
also,
as a real religious zealot, and then
Actually,
there's
that's
a
not even. He's a fanatic. Zealot is too soft a word. He's a fanatic.
and that's kind of what makes it work because really, who's evil in here? Both sides.
yeah. Well,
Exactly.
that's why I like the title of it. The Twins of Evil is the vampire wanted absolute power, right? And then you have the religious fanatics believing in absolute purity, and
Except that they were the most corrupt of the bunch.
yeah. I mean, they were doing more damage as than the
At,
vampires.
at least the vampire, at least the evil side, knew they were evil and knew they were corrupt. The good kind of knew they were, but they kept lying to themselves and everybody else around. So they were the biggest pieces of shit.
So then we'll start with the first clip, which is actually the beginning of the movie. This one, we normally have like 3 clips. This one, I picked out 5 clips. Most of them are short. So this is the very beginning of the movie.
A man and his gun.
Rank organization. Yeah.
Right? And there's your hammer horses.
Horses!
And they're traveling in a pack, which is interesting.
Like a bunch of hyenas.
Stopping by the crucifix.
Listen,
There's no one.
I hear them.
Okay, a little bit of a connection to the other ones. She's actually been in the other 2 movies. She was in this one. She's called the Woodman's daughter, and she's going to be the first victim of a violent crew. But she was also like the last victim of Mia Carla. She was one that was showing all the boobs, and the last victim shot in a Lust for a Vampire.
What is it?
But I believe she's still with us. Yes. She's going to be 80 this year.
I'm not a witch, I'm not. Please, please believe me, I'm not a witch. Please.
And that's something a vampire would do.
Have mercy on this poor, unfortunate
Exactly.
creature. She is a child of the devil. But we ask thee in thy great goodness.
The only thing missing was the guy that got turned into a newt.
to commend unto thee
A newt?
her earthly body.
He got better.
Seek to purify its spirit.
I will say this also, of all the ones that Two Gates wrote all 3 of these, this one is also very tightly written, like the way that the scenes work and then set up the next scene. Everything's very tightly done.
Say it's very cohesive.
Yeah, and that was a very good introduction because it
Shows you how they have no problem.
really sets the stage for the country.
Right. And how they have no problem killing innocent women. Which, by the way, is something else they bring out. Is that all the people they attack, even though they know that the most evil person in the area is a man, they always burn women with no money.
Well, I think they brought out the point that it's kind of a highborn man who is friends with the emperor.
Absolutely. But I'm saying they never go after a man. Why do they go after the woodcutter? They keep going after women. Somebody who can't fight back.
It's obvious they were picking on or taking the weakest are the lowest hanging fruit. That's obvious. And they weren't really serious about what they were doing. And
Yeah.
apparently they were enjoying what they were doing. But there are times during some of the meetings they have where they talk about before the Count is turned into a vampire, before the evil twin is turned into a vampire, there are actually victims of vampires discovered in the woods. They actually discuss that. So there was actually kind of some kind of vampirism happening before the Count got
Right.
turned.
Right, and they kind of suspect where it's coming from. But like you said, they go after the low-hanging fruit, so it looks like they're doing something when they're not doing squat diddly.
Okay, what's the next scene?
Well, the one thing I guess I would want to bring up is it's tenuously connected to Carmilla. Kind of wish they would have strengthened that. I mean, they do this next scene where where Carmilla comes back and bites him, but they don't really do any other connections explaining besides the meeting.
Well, and what's interesting is when she gets resurrected, if you remember in The Vampire Lovers, they showed her a corpse, a vampire, like in those moldering grave clothes and stuff. She was like all wrapped up in a nasty, dirty grave clothes,
Right.
winding sheets.
Yeah.
And when she shows up here, she's got the same winding sheets. She looks like she's exactly the same character. So there is a connection of sorts.
Now, this one is that resurrection scene, or the one where she comes and she ends up biting him.
We should be probably keeping up telling the plots in between so people, if anybody is watching this, they kind of know what's going on here.
That this is the Count of the Castle,
Who wants-
Karnstein.
Who wants to do satanic rites really can't not, by accident, stumbles upon it.
The devil, and he taught them delights that you will never know. Of punishment, inflicting and receiving it.
Well-known veteran
Of
actor,
torture and death.
Dennis
Yes.
Price.
Of death and of pleasures beyond the grave. Something you could not even comprehend.
So the Count here, he wants to be a nasty Karnstein like his ancestors.
Go, Dietrich.
But so far, he's come up cropper.
Because if they can do it, I can too.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there was actually another scene where they were doing a fake ceremony.
Right.
Yes, and that's why she's here.
Because he's convinced the Count he's actually a true Satanist who has the power. But
And all he's only been doing is scamming him.
But the same way that Cushing was playing at being good, that guy's playing at being evil.
Good point.
O Lord of Darkness, I am weary of this world and its pathetic pleasures. Teach me to reach beyond the flesh. Reveal
Damian
yourself to
Thomas,
me that I may
he's
bow
still
down
with us.
before you and be your
No.
servant.
No, he just passed
Give me
away.
the power to do your evil.
No, please.
My God, 18 April, you're right.
In token of my faith, I offer you.
Yeah. Just about a month ago. Dead.
About 3 months ago, but yeah.
Okay, month. Yeah, he's with April. Just a couple
And
months ago.
another innocent dies.
Satan! Satan!
So it seems kind of by accident, but
Satan!
Well, still, they're spilling blood on the altar.
yeah. Actually, though, just by watching this chick and the way she was talking and acting and everything, it's hard to believe she was a virgin.
Well, didn't say
I'm
she
just saying.
was a Didn't
You
say
can't
she
judge
was,
a book by its cover.
Well, didn't say she was a virgin. Just saying that in the whole cosmic balance, she was innocent.
Oh, good girl.
You know if they try to get Christopher Lee for this?
I doubt it.
I mean,
They would do the other. They would do the other Draculas anyway. But Christopher Lee wouldn't have worked with this one.
In all three of the movies, Ingrid Pitt was offered the role of Mia Carla. Carmen, she didn't. She wouldn't. She didn't take it in the last two. You see, there she is, like in the old. She's like dressed in her wedding sheets and her,
And
Funeral shroud or whatever they termed
Yeah.
it.
just like in Vampire Lovers.
I don't know. It seemed a lot more shared Vampire Lovers.
The salmon moose.
yeah, Christopher Lee wouldn't have worked in this anyway.
Well, yeah, I could see that because this
Frida, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just
he
look.
wouldn't be Dracula in this
Storm's
one. He's a
beautiful.
human striving
And when the
for
lightning
evil.
flashes, you can see Karnstein.
Right, and he's weak.
Frida!
You can't have that.
There was this movie was released as Twins of Dracula in certain markets.
Oh.
Okay, so then is this a... Oh, okay.
He sent you.
It's Mia
Yes.
Carla. Whatever
That's like
her
in my life.
Your soul,
carnation is. Is she
your
a
body
ghost?
remains on Earth.
Is she a vampire? Is she a vampire ghost? I don't know.
When?
Now.
So this is like his great grandma, right? Or something like that. Great grandma.
That's how the Karnsteins roll.
Just keeping the blood pure.
Right, look, what it did for the
Yes.
look what it did for the Habsburgs, baby.
Right. And when in doubt, just remember the pharaohs did it too.
Yeah.
Wait, the best part of this scene is coming up though.
And the thing is, it's interesting that they're.
There you go. Woo.
Yeah. Just
I can't believe they got that past the
okay.
censors, huh?
Just a
In
little.
case you were wondering where it was
Just a
going.
little heavy-handed, yeah.
Hmm.
And I just find it interesting that all she had to do was bite him, but we've got a sex as part of the ritual.
Well, no, this is a cool way to show the director put some really good touches in here.
Like this.
This really tells you who he's actually having sex with. This is like
Yeah.
all this is going on, and it's really Countess Mia Carla Karnstein. Wait, she's been dead for 300 years. What? I'm not really familiar.
I can't see you.
That's Katja
We
Wyeth.
are the undead,
Apparently, she was a German actress.
and the mirror sees only the living. We walk the earth, but we exist only in hell.
Now we were talking before previously about how they never make anybody a vampire, but in this one, she makes him a vampire, and then he spreads love around.
Right. But it worked against it's a man.
Well, yeah, she gave him syphilis. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Or some kind of blood disease. Yeah. That scene was probably the money shot for the movie. Even though there are other scenes with some nudity and some some kind of rough sex and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
That one was probably the highlight.
but there was no candles.
So we're gonna go back to candles representing phallic symbols. Never
I'm
mind.
afraid that you can't tell me that's not what John Hoff meant by her grabbing that thing and
Oh,
putting his toes
totally he
in it like
did.
that.
Absolutely he did.
Basically, the other thing I know about John Hoff, he was a very accomplished director, but his big thing of note was Escape to Witch Mountain. So he was a Disney director for a while.
So anyway, after he gets bitten he uses the vampirism to its advantage, obviously. By this
And
time, one of the two
yeah,
twins she's been turned.
But
but
she,
somehow or another, she was aching to be evil from the time that she got off the coach out of the coach and showed up there.
Yeah.
And she was like the first time she saw him, she was smitten with him anyway before he actually became a vampire.
Well, she kind of equated, in my opinion, it seemed like evil with being adult.
Yes, and that's why she absolutely cannot stand her uncle Gustav Weil.
So this scene is
That is the local professor, teacher.
yeah,
He's also a
He's a
Capella
teacher.
Meister. He's actually writing music too.
Yeah.
yes.
And he's done vampire studies as well. And he disagrees with Weil's methods and his view on vampires and everything. They're loggerheads.
And also,
He's actually really a good guy as opposed to Peter Cushing's character.
he's got a clearer view of things. Around this time, the evil twin has taken the good twin's place.
Right.
To wreak havoc without being caught to everybody, and so the good twin is actually.
And that goes to show you how evil she is too, that she's willing to watch her good twin die for her sins. And not give a by the way.
So in this scene here,
And that's evil.
Peter Cushing and the Kapellmeister have a confrontation because the teacher wrote a letter to his elders and caused a bit of a ruckus. So here's a very interesting confrontation.
Gustav. Won't you sit down?
You sent a letter.
I just have to
the
say, I
elders of
love
our
that
church.
shot because you.
Excellent.
Yes.
They have written to me, asking that I investigate whether you are a servant of the devil.
And the thing is, I love this too because to me, this seems like it's subtle, but it seems
Read
like
a
a
great
little
deal.
bit of weakening in
Yes.
his own
Books on black magic,
blind faith in what he's doing.
vampires.
I study history, and superstition is a part of.
Superstition. Do you not believe in the existence of the devil?
I believe that wickedness exists in every man.
Then tell me now, do you believe in the existence of God?
Not in the cruel and vengeful being that you believe in, which must always take a life for a life.
Burning purifies!
Not if you know anything about vampires. By burning, you char the body. The soul will only recreate itself in another body and continue with its carnage. Only a stake through the heart or decapitation can
look.
end their torment of evil. If vampires exist.
You know they exist.
There are many things even men of learning do not understand.
You've been watching Fox News again, haven't you?
Yes, I thought that was a great confrontational scene, and it didn't verbally take sides, but you could see through the body language.
You could.
And the blocking.
Well, and that's probably one of the first times in the movie where Peter Cushing gets pushed back on his heels a little bit.
Right.
There's a couple other scenes, like he runs. His wife actually stands up to him once, and kind of like smacks him into reality also. So there's a couple of things that actually occur to him and happen to him that actually make him probably a little bit better of a character or better of a person by the end. However, it's already too late.
Yeah, things have been put into motion. Now, this scene here, they saw the evil twin bite
one of the Brotherhood.
Yeah, one of the
Right.
Brotherhood. And now they're saying, okay, let's burn her. We know.
So in a strange break with tradition, because normally they do it like on site, right? I mean, they go out, grab it. 10 minutes later, they got the fire going. This one they're waiting overnight.
Right, but that was one of
It's
the
awesome,
things.
it's just-
Don't they bring that up that it's your flesh and blood. Therefore, you're dragging this out when anybody else don't they bring that
Well,
up in the
yeah,
movie?
because this is actually more the tail end of their
Harry Hall does. Yeah.
their decision. And again, it's another interesting and very good performance by Peter Cushing because he is now defeated, unfortunately.
We must hurry.
Okay, this is the one where they're treading clothes, so the evil twin is going to dress like she's the virginal good twin, and they're going to throw her clothes on. Yeah, and submit her for execution.
Burn her now. So be it.
Gustav!
Harvey Hall there.
I've only just heard. It's not true about Frida.
Yes.
But it's madness. What proof have you? Any of you?
The proof of our own eyes.
Oh, no.
All of us.
But Maria, don't you see? If you kill Frida, you kill Maria too.
You can do nothing for Frida. Maria is at the house.
Yeah, so the switch has taken place. And again, it's interesting. It has a little bit of nuance, and you're waiting to see where Peter Cushing decides to act.
Yeah, but then the good twin is saved because the humanitarian guy who actually had a interrupted sex scene with the bad twin when he he was actually getting ready to do her, and she was getting ready to bite him, but then he saw that she didn't have a reflection in the mirror. Good shot there, John Hoff. And then he, of course, after finding that out, he saved the life of the good one by making her kiss a cross. That's pretty symbolic there too.
Right, so especially since at first he didn't believe.
True.
So
with this next scene, though, what we've got coming up is this is the end. The evil twin has already had her head whacked off by Peter Cushing, and what I would have said was probably a redemptive scene for him. In this particular scene right here, I guess this is the end, and he's about to answer for all of his sins. Am I right, Kevin? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, this is.
No, you can't. She's too close.
You tell him, Harvey.
There must be some way.
We can only trust in God.
Now, join your sister.
No!
Gustav.
I have waited a long time for this moment.
And I too.
Yeah, kill that bastard. Yeah.
Just one blow, Vile, and it must be here, or you will join the devil's souls.
You blew it.
You had one job.
Glad he got one of those in, huh? That exposed him just long enough.
Nice shot.
And the javelin training pays off.
Okay, so now I'm figuring the count here is probably early to mid 30s, right? But
Looks like it.
yeah, but what they do here is after he's dead, watch what happens to him.
yeah, that one bothered me too.
What,
He started
that looked
moldering
like
away
they
like he
ate-
was like an ancient, like he was an ancient skeleton.
Right.
What were you expecting? Something?
He shouldn't have aged. He should have gone to the age he died at.
And it's interesting. They both died at the end. They hated each other, and there were signs of both signs of obsession.
Well,
One
they,
with evil, one with
yeah.
good.
Well, they were destined to destroy each other.
And of course, like every one of the movies in the trilogy, it ends with young love. Something sad about the Cullison, they died in relative obscurity. One of them, I think, had emphysema and died like 60 or 61 years old, and then the other one died shortly thereafter.
The one died,
and the one that died, the first one
about?
that died, apparently she had some kind of electric lung or some kind of resuscitative,
Iron
whatever,
lung.
a breathing device or something. And then there was a major power outage on the island she was at, and she died.
We're talking about the twins.
One of the Cullison twins, yes.
Okay, Madeline was the first one to go in 2014, and Malta from emphysema. So that's exactly
Okay.
what you're saying. And the second one,
She died
Mary,
in Malta when an electrical blackout stopped her ventilator for 2 days.
and Mary died in 2021. They were both Playmates of the Month at one point in time, but none of them looked like they had much of a career.
They made a couple of exploitation movies, but after this, Twins of Evil, apparently they did an appearance on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, and like you said, they were Playmates of the Month in Playboy in 1970, having a distinction of being.
I guess they were big for a short time.
I just have to say it. I want a pair of Peter Cushing's gloves. I love those gloves.
I thought his hat was cool.
His hat was cool too. I kind of like the whole uniform, but it isn't functional.
But think about what he was running around doing while he was wearing all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he was dressed in black.
Yes, no doubt. I'm sure that's what that meant. Anyway, you look at it, to sum up this movie, it's not as good as Vampire Lovers. It's better than Lesser Vampire. But this is an excellent movie in its own right. It's a classic as far as I'm concerned.
I would say.
And there really wasn't that much sex. There was the one good scene that you left out, the boob bite. I'll never forget the boob bite.
Will you please get me something to fucking drink?